If you've ever wondered what kind of palaces billionaires call home, get ready to see the craziest, most extravagant real estate on earth. From skyscrapers and private islands to surprisingly low-key homes that prove not all billionaires go big. We're talking homes like Mukesh Ambani's $2 billion skyscraper Antilia, towering over Mumbai with 27 floors. And Warren Buffett's $31,500 home in Omaha, Nebraska, which he bought as far back as 1958. So strap in as we explore these billionaires' most expensive homes. By the way, if you like videos like this and would love to see more like it, then go ahead and give us a like and subscribe below. Now back to the video. First up, we've got JayZ and Beyonce's palatial Bel Air mansion in Los Angeles. Worth a casual $88 million, this 30,000 square foot property has 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and 4 swimming pools. Yes, 4. Because if you're Beyonce, you deserve an ocean's worth of options for a quick dip. The place even has bulletproof windows because you can never be too careful when you're living life as music royalty. And with a helipad, the Carters can literally drop in from their jet-set lives anytime. But that was just one house. In 2023, the Carters set the record for California's priciest home when they bought an estate on Paradise Cove, also known as Billionaires Row. This isn't just a home, it's an architectural masterpiece. Initially listed for $295 million, they scored it for only $200 million, a bargain in only billionaire terms. Since we're already in the realm of music royalty, let's talk about Taylor Swift for a moment. Her 11,000 square foot mansion is in Rhode Island Watch Hill. Worth around $17 million, the home comes with 7 bedrooms, 8 fireplaces, and stunning ocean views. I mean, it's hard not to feel inspired to write a hit song from there. And the place is quite famous because this is where Taylor hosts her legendary 4th of July parties. Next stop on our billionaire home tour is Oprah Winfrey's Promised Land estate in Montecito, California. The 23,000 square foot Georgian-style mansion in Montecito, California was purchased for $52 million and came with everything you'd expect from a billionaire's playground. Guest houses, a pool, tennis court, and more. But that's far from all the property she has. She also has over 1,000 acres of land in Hawaii, which she reportedly bought for a total of $32 million. But this purchase didn't really sit well with a lot of people.
Some on social media are calling the buy excessive because the millionaire already owns more than 100 acres in upcountry in Hana before buying 870 more acres in Kula.
Now don't think for a moment there that billionaires are only living it up in the West. Take Mukesh Ambani, India's richest man, for example, who decided the only way to show off his $104 billion fortune was with a 27-story mansion in the heart of Mumbai. Known as Antilia, this skyscraper home towers 568 feet high, making it one of the tallest personal residences in the world. Inside, you'll find 6 floors for just car parking, gotta store those 168 cars somewhere, and a 50-seat movie theater because no billionaire's home is complete without one. There's also an ice room with artificial snow because Mumbai is a tad bit warm. And the building is designed to withstand an 8.0 magnitude earthquake. If you were wondering how much the skyscraper is worth, try $2 billion. Let's roll over to a house that's kind of famous for actually not fitting into billionaire standards. Warren Buffett's Omaha home.
My life would not be happier. In fact, it'd be worse if I hadn't.
It's the type of mansion that you would not expect a billionaire to own because, well, it's not a mansion. It's a cozy $31,500 single-family home he bought back in 1958 and has held on to for the vibes. Even now, when it's valued at around $1.43 million, it's still extremely modest by billionaire standards. But hey, when you're one of the richest men in the world, sometimes the ultimate power move is not flaunting it. Apparently, jumping on the cool billionaires train, Elon Musk decided to make headlines by claiming he lives in a tiny $50,000 home in Boca Chica, Texas.
Just men doesn't live the way you might think. He tweeted that he sold most of his property in California and primarily lives in a $50,000 tiny home near SpaceX in Boca Chica, Texas.
And while it's technically true, it's more of a very Elon thing to say. Musk does own this prefabricated little house, mainly to be close to SpaceX HQ. But here's the irony. He has bought, owned, and sold multiple Bel Air homes that totaled over $75 million, including a $1 million mansion formerly owned by Gene Wilder, which he snagged for nearly $7 million. Musk claimed that he was selling off all his real estate because he wanted to live a minimalist life. Translation: when you've got plans to colonize Mars, Earth's mansions start to feel a little cramped. And while we're on tech giants, let's take a look at Larry Ellison's $300 million estate on the Hawaiian island of Lanai. Actually, scratch that, he owns the island. Ellison bought 98% of Lanai in 2012, complete with resorts, homes, and about as much private beachfront as you can imagine. The estate is essentially 20 miles of coastline to his name and a vision to make it the most luxurious eco-friendly getaway. For Zuckerberg, his main Palo Alto home might be considered rather modest. Valued at about $7 million, this 5,617 square foot residence feels like a starter home next to the rest of these mansions. Of course, modest is relative, since Zuckerberg also shelled out up to $30 million to buy 4 surrounding properties to keep privacy on lock. And considering how much Facebook knows about you, we can all appreciate Zuck's dedication to his own personal space. Now, speaking of privacy, let's take a detour to Amazon's head honcho, Jeff Bezos, who decided he needed a cozy spot near the White House for his occasional DC getaways. But cozy in Bezos speak means a former textile museum turned $23 million palace, packing 27,000 square feet and 25 bathrooms. Yes, that's 25. You could have a bathroom party, assign each guest their own, and still have leftovers. This estate isn't just a home, it's Washington, D.C.'s largest private residence. And naturally, it's nestled right in the swanky Kalorama neighborhood, rubbing shoulders with the Obama's digs and Ivanka Trump's place. Bezos even sweetened the deal by paying $1 million over the asking price. Because what's a few extra million when you're already throwing down $23 million in cash? Now, this next property tried to snatch JayZ and Beyonce's crown as the most expensive pad in California. Designed to look like Tony Stark's lair, developers initially listed it for a mind-boggling $500 million. But in the end, the actual price tag was way less. Welcome to The One, the biggest modern home in the US, with a sprawling 105,000 square feet of pure extravagance in Bel Air. It's the kind of place where you assume a billionaire had to be lined up to buy it, but nope, no one was biting because for all its glam, it's got some downright weird rooms. Like an entire room dedicated to jellyfish and one just for candy. But hey, if that's your vibe, it also comes with a nightclub, beauty salon, 5 pools, and an outdoor running track. Just a casual setup to live completely isolated from the world if needed. And after some financial back and forth, Fashion Nova CEO Richard Sagian swooped in and snagged it for a relatively modest $141 million. A smooth $359 million discount. Now that's how you finance a billionaire's dream home. If you're a Star Wars fan, George Lucas's Skywalker Ranch might just sound like the ultimate nerd paradise. Unlike most billionaire homes, it's less about the glitz and more about cinema magic. This place comes with vineyards, rolling hills, and some Victorian-era charm, making you feel like you stepped into a fancy movie set. Inside, there are movie relics everywhere, like a Yoda statue, Charlie Chaplin's cane, and even a new drawing of John Lennon? Who approved that? But the real kicker has to be Lucasfilm's entire sound division housed here, where they do post-production for Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and more. You know, when the sound isn't yet right, George fixes it himself in his custom-built sound labs. And when he's ready for a premiere, there's a private movie theater with LED screens 3 stories tall. Throw in a wine cellar, a library, and even a personal fire department, and this film lover's haven is valued at $100 million. Yes, selling Star Wars to Disney broke our hearts, but it definitely paid for this slice of paradise. If living like Michael Jordan has ever crossed your mind, you just missed Michael Jordan's Chicago mansion, which was on the market for a long time. I mean, almost as long as The Last Dance was in production. Listed at $29 million, this 56,000 square foot mega home has a full basketball court, gym, and a custom gate bearing his iconic number 23. There's also a putting green, a cigar room, and 9 bedrooms, all meticulously designed to make you feel like an NBA legend. And rumor has it, you might even find a pair of signed Jordans thrown in if you're bold enough to step into those big shoes. After 12 years of sitting on the market, the place finally found a new owner with a slash payment of $14 million in 2024. And then there's LeBron James' Los Angeles mansion priced at $37 million. This home is a sprawling 16,000 square foot estate in Beverly Hills with a tennis court, private gym, a studio, swimming pool, and a private screening room for when he feels like watching Space Jam on repeat. However, by 2023, LeBron decided he was already bored with the mansion, and right now, plans are underway to pull down the building for something better and obviously much more expensive. Rounding off the list is Buckingham Palace. Okay, so it's technically not in the States, but we can't leave out the most popular home of them all. Buckingham Palace is estimated to be worth around $5 billion, with 775 rooms, 78 bathrooms, 92 offices, and 19 staterooms. It's practically its own small town. And hey, you never know, maybe a billionaire might snag it one day if their royals are feeling particularly generous, or strapped for cash. So there you have it. From private islands to homes with helipads and screening rooms, these billionaires know how to live the high life. If this list has you rethinking the concept of a dream home, well, just remember, a little imagination and a few $1 billion are all you need to live the life of your wildest architectural dreams.